Hi everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today I want to share with you all the information I have about how you can rent an apartment as a newcomer and a foreigner in Chile. First things first, I do recommend that you come here when you have Airbnb or hotel already booked, so that you don't just come to the country and wander around the streets looking for apartment to rent. Make sure that for the first couple of weeks you do have a place to stay and then start your search. It can be pretty difficult to find an apartment as a foreigner, especially if you don't have Chilean ID. When you rent an apartment, people ask for your ID, which can be Chilean ID, cedula, or the passport if you're coming here for the first time having nothing on your hands. Then you need to have the documents that you are legally in the country, and you need to have something that proves that you are financially stable. You can prove that you are in financially stable situations by two ways: if you have a stable income in Chile for at least 5-6 months, or if you pay for several months ahead. Plus, in addition, if you don't have Chilean ID, you will need a Chilean citizen who can be responsible for you. So you will need somebody with a Chilean passport to come and say, yes, I know this person, I am responsible for this person, so if they are not gonna pay, I will. You need to know that most deals here in Chile are being made through the agencies, which can be a realtor working for himself, herself, or an agency. About 95% of all the deals are made this way. There is also a special agency that helps foreigners to find apartments in Chile. I will leave the link in the description as well, so that you can go check whether they have availability or not. But yes, it does exist. I think it's only one agency that does it. They help you find an apartment, but they also gonna check all your documents and your financial situation. When you rent an apartment, you need to think that you are not paying monthly only, but you will also have to pay immediately for the first months a commission to the agent and a security deposit, which is usually the payment for the months. In most cases, if you're renting an apartment for a year or more, the security deposit will not be returned to you. Make sure that you have a legal contract that protects all your rights when you rent an apartment, although it is more for the owner than for the person renting an apartment, because here in Chile, based on the laws, if somebody is living in your apartment and not paying you rent for several months, it's very difficult to get them to move out. Hence, so many checks before they allow you to rent an apartment. So how much does it cost? I had a look online, how much does it cost to rent a one-room apartment, and in Santiago center it's about 300,000-400,000 pesos a month. And in comparison, yes, Santiago center, as you know, is not a very good neighborhood, but for example, one of the best communes, one of the best neighborhoods is Las Condes, and a price for the one-room apartment there monthly is more than 1 million pesos. That's a lot. I wouldn't pay that much for a one-room apartment for sure. So where to look for an apartment? You can look even on the streets. For example, you select a neighborhood that you like, you walk around, you see, oh yeah, this is a good neighborhood, I want to live here. And in some houses, in some buildings, you will have signs on the windows saying that this or that apartment is for sale or for rent. So you can call directly their phone, you will contact most probably an agent who did the sign, and ask all the details. Second place, you can look in Facebook. As I have already mentioned before, Facebook is very popular here in Chile, so you can go even to Facebook groups specifically for renting an apartment or for the commune and ask there if somebody's renting, or even on Facebook Marketplace. I would also suggest, if you don't have the Chilean ID for now, or you cannot prove some resources, financial resources that are coming from Chile to your account, Then you can go to one of the Facebook groups with the people coming from your home country and ask there if somebody's renting out an apartment. In some cases they do, and of course they're gonna check not your local documents, but the ones that they are familiar with, the ones that you come in with. And of course you're gonna get more trust from there as being one of them than being a foreigner, Next place to look for apartments, whether it's for sale or for rent, is Portal Inmobiliario. It's super popular and it's very secure. They do have a lot of checks before they accept apartments on their portal. So don't worry, go there, check the prices. Most of them are through the agent, like I already said. So just go check it out. Another thing, you will need to be able to speak Spanish if you want to rent an apartment. If you come in here having no Chilean documents and no Spanish, then it would be very difficult for you to rent an apartment. Only if you have some Chilean friend or family member with a Chilean passport, with a good financial activity, that will help you rent it. And another source of apartment searching is a newspaper, which can be a newspaper that you can buy in any kiosk here or online, which is called El Mercurio. One of the biggest ones, at least in Santiago, and they put a lot of advertisement for work, for apartment sales or rents, for cars, and so on. By the way, of course, you might already know, if you're coming in Chile, Santiago is one of the most expensive cities to rent an apartment. So all these prices are relevant for Santiago. If you're looking for any other city, you can go, for example, to Portal Inmobiliario. Have a look there, how much approximately it costs for you to rent out an apartment. And wrapping up the video, just in case you want to buy an apartment, you want to buy a house, you want to buy a car, or maybe even open your own business here in Chile, or while you still don't have Chilean ID, or maybe you're waiting for the Chilean ID, you can have a temporary one. All you need is this tax number, which is called RUT here in Chile. So you're gonna go to Servicios Impuestos, tax services, and you will apply for this temporary RUT that will give you a personal number with which you will be able to buy or sell all these big possessions here in Chile. And with this temporary tax number, you don't even need to live in Chile. You can just come here, get the RUT number, buy a house or an apartment that you want, and go away to any other country. Yeah, it doesn't oblige you in staying here in any way. So this is the basic information that I wanted to give you about renting your first apartment as a newcomer. I hope the information was helpful. If you still have some doubts, some questions, write me in the comments. I will be happy to answer. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you next time.